Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Probably can't see me too well because I'm in my bed still, just relaxing on this holiday, Martin Luther King Day, before taking my son to practice. I'm like, man, come on now, can we get the day off? Both of my sons got practice. My wife took my oldest son to soccer practice, and I'm taking our youngest son to flag football practice. I would have took the day off, but my wife, she a sports lover, and she don't want the boys to be a step behind their teammates or lose that camaraderie. But you know what? I had to pop in here today. I was just sitting here thinking. Now, see, one thing about me that I have adopted in my life is blocking. I block negativity. And when you have a spirit, which all of us have a spirit, but when you are spiritual, meaning that your spirit, you sensitive to your spirit, meaning the way you move, like the moves you make, the decisions you make, you sensitive to your spirit. So you will take and you evaluate, what your spirit is feeling, what your spirit is saying before you make a decision. And this is where some people talk about and understand the Holy Spirit. But see, we live in a world where people, you know, they feel the right to be able to disrupt your peace. They feel they have the right to disrupt your peace, to say whatever they want to say to you. And that affects you. And if you carry that and you allow that, then that affects you. It changes your mood. And nowhere are we instructed to just tolerate fools, to tolerate foolishness, people who don't want to grow, people who don't want to change, people who just want to disrupt. And so sometimes I see people ask, they'll say, Tony, they'll say, who thumbs down a video that's positive? Well, see, understand the software. I don't put it past, the network to have bots that just give thumbs down to videos. But beyond that, it's people who have been blocked. It's people who done been blocked and they can watch the video, they just can't comment on the video. And so they'll do a thumbs down just because they're operating from a spirit of bitterness, from a spirit of anger, from a spirit of jealousy. And you'll see even on Sunday sermons, the devil will send his little minions, people who, the devil saving a hot space in HELL for them. He'll send his little minions to, just do stuff like that. And the reason why sometimes I even turn that off is because I understand the mind and I understand the spirit. So if if a little person who's operating from the wrong space comes and their joy is to hit a thumbs down, if they can't see that number change to 1 or to 2 or to 15 or to 19, if they can't see that number change, that little joy they get out of hitting that thumbs down, gone. It's gone. And so they won't do it because they're doing it for effect. But then on the other side of the spiritual side is you can have somebody who they're deeply troubled in that time in their life, and they're seeking a word, and they've been battling, they've been going back and forth with their thoughts and their feelings and what they think and what they believe. And that person can come to a video and they can get a message and they can hear a message and they can receive that message. But then when they take and they look at the thumbs up and the thumbs down, if they see some thumbs down, that could send them on a whole tangent that says like, hey, why is this message thumbs down? Like are those people thinking how I was thinking? Like, are those people, maybe they were right. Like, maybe I was right feeling like this about God or feeling like this about this topic. And maybe it's other people that agree with me and that I wasn't wrong for, staying in an abusive relationship, or I wasn't wrong for forgiving cheating 3 and 4 times, or maybe I wasn't wrong to think that, God is a fairy tale and this isn't real, and that even though, some people claim to be a living witness and you can see that they've changed, it doesn't have anything to do with God. And this person can go on this whole tangent, but see, that's the work of the adversary. And so what happens is, you remember the saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Well, why was that created? It was created because most people was using words to hurt you instead of sticks and stones. And somebody created that, probably a school teacher. Somebody created that trying to uplift those who were being verbally assaulted. And when you say something like that, if you take that in a real sense, in a real context, and you think about a relationship, and you ask somebody who is being verbally abused, you ask them, hey, is verbal as bad as physical? And most people will say yes. And it may actually be worse. I remember when I went on Oprah, I think one of the things I said on there when I was telling my story of being a toxic, controlling man, one of the things I said on there is that verbal could be worse than physical, because I'd rather you punch me in my eye and I get a black eye and that heal and the pain go away than for you to call me names or belittle me with your words that could be replayed in my mind forever, that could stick with me for life. And or that could make me, want to do something to myself. And so them words, they matter. And so what people will do in your life, they'll come and they'll try to say little stuff. They'll try to say little stuff just to disrupt your spirit. See, they try to play devil's advocate instead of playing angel's advocate. See, I don't play devil's advocate. I play angel's advocate. So, and the difference is, the devil's advocate is going to try to make you think and question yourself, but from a place of contention, from a place of jealousy, from a place of anger, from a place of bitterness, from a place of frustration. See, the angel's advocate is going to make you question yourself and going to make you think a little deeper, but it's coming from a place of love. And see, that's the difference. Now, I never heard anyone say angel's advocate. You probably could Google, somebody else probably said it or wrote a book about it or something. But it's just something I started saying as I started focusing on my language and focusing on my words and what I say, because we say so many words and use so many terms and phrases that really speak negativity on our lives, that really, break us down, and it speaks, damnation on our lives, and we don't even realize it in our words and just common phrases that we use that's actually channeling, the wrong type of spirits and energy, that, just mindset. And a lot of people don't understand energy, and they think it's just this is some spooky thing like this, sacrilegious type, voodoo type thing. When I say energy, I'm talking about your mindset. I'm talking about your heart set. I'm talking about the way you carry yourself, your perception, your outlook on the world, what you're telling yourself, your self-talk. All of those things determine the energy you're operating with or the place you're operating from. And so for me, I've adopted, blocking in not just social media, but in real life and on social media. I don't play no games. I don't play no games with it because I understand I'm a vessel, and you have to understand you're a vessel. Now we all a vessel, but one vessel may be in this season. I may be a vessel to reach millions. In this season, you may be a vessel to reach thousands, or to reach hundreds, or to reach tens, but you're still a vessel. You may be a vessel to reach one. That one may be the child that you're raising, or two, or three, or four, or five, or seven. That may be the children that you're raising. And so you're a vessel for those children. If you have clients, if you are a teacher, if you work a job and people answer to you, if you have coworkers, each of us, we are vessels that God is using. And so if you take and you allow people in your life who are going to say little things and do little things to you that affects your spirit, and it start to break you down and it start to make you question yourself, then you can't do the work that you're supposed to be doing, that you're called to do. You can't be the person that you're supposed to be. And that's why you have to be willing to block in 2021 and every year forward. Block and delete. You have to be willing to block and delete. Somebody send you a nasty text message, you block them and you delete the message. Go on about your business. They write you on Facebook, write you on Instagram, you block them and you delete the message. So now you done blocked every avenue. Anybody call you for them, you let them know. You not on my list right now, on my block list right now, but you contact me again about this person bringing a bone about what he said, she said, about what this person said, and you're going to be blocked. Point blank, period. And a lot of people, Christian apologists, I don't even know if that's a word or a thing, but a lot of people who don't have the strength yet to stand up for themselves, they hide behind scriptures like forgive 70 times 70. They hide behind those things and misappropriate and take out of context those things. See, it's not about not forgiving. I forgive you, and then I'm going to forget you. And a lot of times, people will take and, love your neighbor and bless those that curse you. Yeah, you can keep watching my videos. Yeah, you keep seeing me online, wherever you see me at, wherever you may be moving in your job, at your work. Yeah, you keep seeing me. I'm going to keep blessing you with my energy, my aura. You just ain't going to be in my personal reach, in my personal space, in my circle. You just ain't going to be able to reach me. Point blank, period. And you keep violating, call the police on you, get a restraining order on you, because you're not going to disrupt my peace, disrupt the work. So when somebody operating from a spirit that you may say, man, this is like a demonic spirit, that's not something that you ever instructed to entertain. That's something you rebuke, and that's something you flee from. And so for me, I don't have any shame. I don't have no shame. So if you watching this video and you can't comment, you blocked. You blocked. You blocked. Okay? Block. I don't wait, because that mean you done came out your mouth too many times the wrong way from the wrong spirit, and it didn't sit right with my spirit. And I know I got a pure spirit because I know where I'm operating from, because I know who I'm operating for. You overstepped your boundaries. Block! Block! I saw one guy, one guy blocked. He got multiple pages. One guy blocked. He come back with a different page. You trying to block He said, something. Blah! I said, now you done went through all that work to start a whole new Gmail. Name, address, emergency contact. You done went through all that work to start a whole new Gmail. And in point 0.5 seconds, blah! 0.5 seconds, you up out of here. See, that's how that's the energy you got to have with the devil out here today. We sitting here and we entertaining spirits and reprobate minds. And in the midst of entertaining it, you losing yourself. And what you got to understand, it's a line. There's a line of division, okay? There are people who have chosen their side, and you're not called to reach them. You ain't called to reach them. Where there is good, there will be bad. There's a line. There's a line. Where there is up, there will be down. It's a line. Up can't turn down into up. Up can't get rid of gravity. It's always going to be down. And so it's always going to be opposing sides. This world, our world, will forever have racism. As long as there is a difference in color, there will be racism and prejudice. That's not something that's ever going to go away. That's why hundreds of years later, thousands of years later, we still dealing with it, because that is the way of the world. It's a balance effect. It's a balancing effect. That's just, you're going to have positive and you're going to have negative. And so what you have to understand and what you got to feel and realize is that, and you'll know the difference. You'll know the difference. Because somebody, they may come negative and you respond positively. And that positivity convicts their spirit. And then they respond positively. That lets you know this was a person who was on the side of negative, but they are intended to be on the side of positive. So that's why the Bible say in Proverbs, my understanding of it, listening to the translated version, was respond to a fool once because you may save his life, but never respond to a fool twice because you might lose your own. You know, that was basically my interpretation of it, because I used to listen to the Bible on audio, just the Bible app. I go to the chapter and I just hit audio, let it play. And I listen to like the English Standard Version or the NSV, version. And so the man who was reading it, that's what he said. He said, respond to a fool once because you may save his life or change his life, but don't respond to a fool twice. So basically what that meant to me was, you responding at one time just to see if this person is actually a positive who's been led or tricked into being on the negative. But if they come back again with that same energy, with that same spirit, that's a demon. That's somebody they done already chose what side they gonna be on. And you ain't gonna be able to change their mind. That's when you run. See, that's why I tell y'all all the time, even in relationships, to give a second chance. Now, unless it's something that could kill you. You don't play with something that could kill you. Don't play with something that could kill you. You don't give second chances on something that could kill you. But if it can't kill you, or it don't make you want to kill yourself, you give a second chance. So in different situations, different things. Like for me, it was a lie. It was a lie. My wife, she had this thing of being a perfectionist. And so she would tell little white lies. Me, early on, I was a flirt. So, because I come from being a womanizer, when I met my wife, she found a Facebook message, just flirting, not nothing crazy. I was 21 years old. No, at that time I was 23. And it wasn't flirting. It was just, being too friendly. And so these were things that we forgave. These were things that we got beyond. And there was other things that happened that we forgave. And our relationship, I treat it like a house because I understand the adversary. And so many women and men misquote my relationship story because they hearing what they want to hear because they want to apply it to their story and they want to make their story make sense. So they'll take and mishear something I said about me and my wife, and they take it out of context the same way people take the Bible out of context. And because we hear stuff the way we want to hear it to apply it to our life the way we want to apply it. And so these was little things that my wife forgave and things that I forgave because guess what? We're human. Humans make dumb choices. And so humans make mistakes. A mistake is a bad choice. And that's why it's called a mistake. It's a mistake. Take one, take two, take three. It's a mistake. That's what a mistake is. And so you shot your shot. You tried to do what you was trying to do. You trying to be human and you make bad choices. And so the things I forgave, it didn't put me in harm's way to where I was in danger. The things my wife forgave, it didn't put her in harm's way to where she was in danger. So guess what? We both were good that had been tricked into the bad that was on the side of the bad. We both were positive that had negative actions. And so by responding instead of reacting, see, a reaction is negative. A response is positive. Zig Ziglar taught me this. He said, when you go to the doctor and they've given you medication, they'll say you're having a reaction to the medication. Or he'll say, hey, your body is responding to the medication. So he identified the difference between a reaction and a response and said, instead of reacting, you should pause, think about it, take a breath, and respond. And so instead of me flying off the handle, or instead of my wife flying off the handle, we took a beat, took a breath, think about it, talk to God about it, sleep on it, see if this was malicious, see if this was with very ill intent, see if this, could be fixed, and then you give a second chance. And then some things, it may be a third chance or a fourth chance. What things would be like that? What things could be third chance, fourth chance? It could be a little white lie. It could be something that's a pet peeve of yours, somebody leaving a plate on the table. That's never worth leaving a relationship over. Somebody leaving the toilet seat up. Somebody leaving their socks on the floor. Them things pet peeves and drive you crazy, but it's not worth leaving a relationship over because that's not malicious. That's not something that's going to cost you your life. That's not something that's going to send you to an insane asylum. That's not something that's going to send you to an early grave. And so you have to think about these things. It's certain people in cases to where when you address it, they get it together. So some people will tell you like, hey, I said something and I ain't think all the way through. And I said something and Tony got with me. Tony checked me. But I was able to still text him again. Or I was able to still comment again. And so sometimes I, that's how I deal with it. If I see, okay, maybe you misunderstood something. Maybe you just in the wrong place today. Maybe, or maybe this you in a good place and this just this just who you are. I'm finna let you know this right here ain't cool in my space. The right here energy ain't good in my space. Hey, ba 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 ba. Now you come with that same energy again. Now you block, cause now you trying me like a basil. Now you deliberately trying me. Block. And certain things now, it's gonna be off limits 100%. My wife, my kids, With social media, anybody comment on my wife or the kids. I remember my son, he was smiling and he had a little tooth growing in, but he was in between his braces phase. And so he had already had braces. So you have braces one time, but you young, like 8 years old, and then they give your teeth some time, they take them off, give your teeth time to do what they gonna do. Then you get braces again at like 12. So he was around 10, 11. So he had a tooth growing in, and it was on top of another tooth. I post a picture of my son. Here come a grown man in the comments. Time for some braces. Block! Block! I say, man, why would you come on here and comment on a child? I ain't respond to him. My wife done taught me. She said, Tony, don't even respond to people. If they need to be blocked, just block them. Like, you ain't got to respond to everybody. Like, give somebody a screenshot of your response to try to twist it and turn it into something. And I seen it happen to another relationship coach. He used to try to lie and say it was screenshot. Bro, listen, ain't nobody got that kind of graphic design skills. That woman did not got them kind of graphic design skills. And so what the brother will do, hey, Tatum, what the brother will do now, Tatum, what you doing? I was just going to the playroom and getting my water. Are you drinking your water? Okay, you ready for practice? All right, we're going to practice in a little bit. Daddy's shooting a video. I'll see you in a little bit. So what the brother will do, and I learned a lesson from that. You know, when you doing something and you trying to serve and everybody got an opinion, that could get under your skin. See, I don't curse, but the brother here, he cursed. He was cursing people out. He was cursing them out. You hear me? They'll screenshot it and then start sharing it to the blogs and other little pages and stuff. So it made his brand look bad. Now he'll come and say, "Oh, that's Photoshop, all that." Now it could have been, but I doubt it. I just could tell stuff like that. No, because I'm on that other side. If I curse, it'll be a lot of people that would have got cursed out, but I don't curse. So it's only gonna look so bad when I respond to you because it ain't gonna be no curse words in it. And so even if you screenshot it, but see with me, if I say something, oh, I'm 10 toes down. I'm 10 toes down. You can take it to any blog you want to. Whatever I said to you, I say it again. And I say it in your face. I say it on the national monument. If I said it. That's just how I am. Because I think before I speak. And if I said it, I meant it. If I said it, I meant it. It just some things in different timing now. Some things you said at different time. But if I respond to you, oh yeah, I meant that. And so, but that's what I got to the place in my life to where it's certain people that they could see your peace on you. When you go to work, when you go to church, when you go wherever, they could see your peace on you. And they are jealous of that peace. They could see your prosperity on you. The glow in your face. They jealous of that. And it's certain people, they want to disrupt your peace. They want to disturb your peace. Oh, y'all, now, I'm in my bed now. I come back to my bed. But I done got up and brushed my teeth now. So oh, Tony sitting on here all kind of breath on the phone. No, I done got up and did all my, brushing teeth and all that. So don't think I just rolled up and just, let me cut that video on. No, I've been up. I just relax in my bed. Hey. I just relax in my bed. I don't know if y'all do that or not, but I got my TV in here. Somebody gonna later tell me, if you gonna shoot a video in the bed, stop looking at TV. Hush. Look at what I want to look at. Okay? You need to stop worrying about eye contact. Only person need constant eye contact is my wife. So stop worrying about eye contact. Turn the video off. All right? Listen to the audio. Stop worrying about somebody looking you in the face. Okay? You see what I'm saying? That's how I let people know. I let people know, listen, you come in my space, you got to come with the right energy. And I'm going to check you and let you know about your energy. And then unless I just could tell just out the bat, okay, that's a demon, then I'm done. So Don't feel sorry about blocking and deleting. Don't feel sorry about protecting your peace and protecting your space. It is Tony Gaskins. God bless you. We'll talk soon.